class. So Ms. Abreu, please lead the prayer. Amen. So how are you today, class? So before you take your seat, please make sure that there's no trash under your chairs or around your area. Okay, so when I call your name, please say proceed. So now, to know the learnings from our previous discussion yesterday, I want you to answer this following given expression. Okay, Pamilgan, De La Serna, Mabang, Abio, and Cañada. So thank you. We will not take your seat. So class, how can we say that radical expression is already simplified? Yes, Abrio. Correct. So now, while answering these given expressions, what concepts did you consider? Yes, Pamilgan. Correct. So now let's check your answers first. So does the answer of Pamilgan is right? So correct. How about Miss Manliguez? No? What's the correct answer for this? Correct. It's 125. How come? How can you say that the answer of this given expression is 125? Because the square root of 25 is 5, correct? Then you multiply it to 25. That's the result. Okay? Good. So, how about this? Is it correct? Yes. How about this? Is it correct? How did you come up with your answer, Mr. Pamilgan? Yes, you get the square root of 4, which is 2. Then 2 minus 2 is 0. Very good. How about this? Is this correct? Yes. So now, I'll ask you a question. Is it easier for you to add, subtract, multiply, and divide radical expressions? Is it easier for you to add, subtract, multiply, and divide radical expression if it is in simpler form? Okay. So class, are you familiar with the game 4 Pigs, 1 Word? Yes. That's good because we are going to do that. So you can see on my PowerPoint presentation, going to have that game. So now, we will guess the word that depicts or shown by these pictures. Then afterwards, we are going to answer a phrase based on its item. So let's start. What do you think the word that depicts these pictures? Very good. It is radical. Next. How about this one? What word does it depict? It's correct. Operation. So this one. So very obvious, right? What? Okay, it's the word on. Then lastly, how about this one? Very good. Expressions. So based on those item number, what is the answer of number 2? Operations. How about number 3? On. So this is our topic for today. So, Sarah Venus, what do you have an idea about this topic? It's correct. It involves adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So now, class, this is our goal for today. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to evaluate different operations on radical expressions, perform operations on radical expressions, and practice collaboration in solving problems involving radical expression. So now, I want you to get a 1/4 sheet of yellow paper and try to answer this following. So, pass your paper in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, while answering the following, what concepts did you consider? This is the answers for this. Okay. Okay. So now, question for you. Does all of them have the same process? Yes, Abril. Yes, that's correct. So, class, what item did you find hard to solve? Okay, it's okay. So now, are you able to arrive at a correct answer for at least one item? Okay, that's good. So I can see. So let me check your papers. So I can see you got some of the numbers right, some of the numbers are wrong, but it's okay. So now, I want you to check this following expressions. So, who wants to answer? Try. Who wants to? Who wants to try answering this following? Okay, Pamilga and Alvarito. So thank you, Mr. Pamilga and Ms. Alvarito. So now, observe their answers. What processes you? Yes, correct. They are simplified first before they are added. So now, as what you can observe from their solving, how do we add or subtract radical expressions? How? Yes, this is Abril. That's correct. As what we can see, only the observed or liked radical expressions are added, as well as its same order. It is same order. So now, look, is it right? So where this comes from? So yeah, it's one, and they have the same radical. So this one, 3 plus 6 minus 2 is correct. How about this one? So why we didn't add this 4 together with the number 9? It's because, correct, they don't have the same radical. That is why we only add 4. Where this one comes from? Yes, there is an invisible one there. To those who are confused of where this one comes from. So now, let's check if your answer are right. 7 over 5, correct, and 7 square root of 5 minus 5 square root of 3, correct. So now, do you have any questions and clarifications about adding and subtracting radical expressions? It's quite easy, right? So now, let's proceed. How about this? Who wants to go on the board to answer this following? I will assign one student for item 1 and 2, as well as I will assign a student in item 2. So, who wants to answer? Yes, Tumaba. And who wants to answer 3 and 4? Yes, Alba. So, the first and answer. So now, you may now take your seat, Mr. Tumaba and Alba. So now, on their solution, what do you observe? So, as what I have said, it is much easier if you simplify the radical expressions first. So, where does this 6 come from? Yes, it is multiplied from this. Then, we also multiply the radical. So, it became 6 square root of 60. So, can we simplify this? Correct, yes. So, what is the square root of 60? It's 4. That's why we multiply 6 and 4 with this. This comes from this. It gets it good. So, the answer is 24. How about this one? So it's a quite bit complex, right? Congratulations, Mr. Tumabang. He answered it. So, Mr. Tumabang, what did you do first? So you remove the perfect end of, yes, correct. Very good. So, in item number 2, there's a property used. So, Mr. Tumabang, what property did you use? Can you write it on the board? Okay, so what you can see, that is what Mr. Tumabang did. Just for example, in this radical expression, factor out, then it became like this. Then square root of 9y squared is 3y. Then square root of x. Try this one. So now, let's proceed to Miss Alvarado's answer. This is what? So, Miss Alvarado, what did you do first? Before proceeding? Yes, you? What? You transform? Here, number 3. Now, you also did same way process like Mr. Tumabang. You use this property, right? Okay, very good. So we come up with an answer of, let us check your answer. So how about in item number 3, Ms. Alvarado, how did you come up with your answer? So you can see what? You transform the radical expression into a exponential form. Very good, Ms. Alvarado. So now, then what rule did you use? It's the product rule of exponents, the power of a product. Same base, and exponents, you add the exponents, so they have the same base. So 1/2 plus 1/3 became 2 to the power of 5/6. Now, what did you do next in this step? You transform the exponential form to radical expression. So, simplify it. 2 raised to the power of 5 is equal to 32. So that's the final answer, which states that it's correct. So next, how about this? You did the same process, right? Alright? You turn the radical expression first into a So you turn this radical expression to an exponential form. Then you use the product rule of exponent. So now let's proceed to this radical expression. Who wants to answer the following? Okay, yes, Pamigan, Abrio, and who wants to answer? Okay, sweet. So So now, how did you rationalize this item? You use the elimination method in order for the radical expression to what? So that there's no radical expression in the number. So you multiply it by the square root of 6. Then square root of 6 is equal to 10 square root of 6. Then square root of 6 times square root of 6 is equal to 6. So how about this one? You multiplied it in order for you to eliminate this expression. You multiply it by itself. Now 5 times square root of 5 times square root of 7 is equal to square root of 35. Then square root of 7 times square root of 7 is equal to 7. So take note of this, guys. It will be a useful thing for us to divide radical expression easily. Okay? Okay. So now let's observe the answer of Pamiligan and RHEIA. So number 1. So is it correct? Is the answer of Miss RHEIA correct? So, before we proceed, can I ask you a question? What property did Pamiligan use in this step? Can you write it on the board? So, thank you. So, this is correct. It's correct. Look, what you can observe. Is it the same or not? Yes, it's the same. So now, let me check your answer. Let's check. So, pardon me, I think my PowerPoint presentation was the wrong answer. So, let's check. So now, so yes, the Pamiligan transformed this expression into this by using this property. Yes, so 63 divided by 7, is it 9? Okay, correct. So what's the square root of 9? 3. So you can say that the answer of Pamiligan is 3. Pardon that presentation, I accidentally typed the wrong answer. So next. RHEIA also used this property as we can observe in this step. So now, she simplified 8 over 6 to 4 over 3. Then, she used this again, however, in a reverse form. From this form of expression into this. So, this is the result. So, then next, what can you observe in this step? She rationalizes because there is a radical expression in the denominator. It's correct, very good guys. So now, and multiplied with this. So, what did RHEIA do in this step? She factor out 12, which is 4 times 3. Very good. So now, if we simplify this more, it became square root of 4 multiplied by square root of 3. Can you visualize it? Okay, very good. So now that's why it became 2 square root of 3 over 3 because we simplified square root of 4. That's correct. So that's the final answer. So here, item number 3, how about this? Okay, what did did in here? She transformed it into exponential form. That's correct. Very good, very good. So, transform it. Then, she find the common denominator so that what? So that it could be in the same order. Very good, Pagmiligan. So now, it became it became a radical with the same order. That's what the term. He transformed it from exponential form to a radical expression. So now, he simplified it. 4 squared is equal to 16. Copy the order. Then this. Copy. So now, what property did Miss Abrio? Oh, very good. This one. That's right. Use the property of that one. So, now, if we simplify it, became 8. Then, we try to transform this into a exponential form, which is 2 to the power of 3. And now, we transform it again in order for us to simplify it more. So, it became now 2 power of 3 over 6. Then, you can simplify this fraction into 1/2. So, it became 2 power of 1/2. Then, we transform it into a radical expression, which leads us to the answer of square root of. So, do you have any clarifications or questions? None? Did you get it? Okay, good. So now, I'm going to group you into 3 groups. So, count down. Okay, so group 1, I'm gonna name you Summit. And group 2, I'm gonna name you Multi. And group 3, I'm gonna name you DV. So now, I want you to perform the operation assigned to you. I have these hand clips. This is where you're going to put your answers and you will suffice the needed information using a guide map. So this is your 1, 2, 3. So now group 1 you sit here, group 2 you sit there, and group 3 you sit there. Okay. So you may now start. I will give you 20 minutes to finish your task. Okay, 5 minutes left. Mr. Salomines, why are you not copying your group mates? Okay. I think it's already time. So pass your papers and let me check that later. I will give it to you tomorrow so that you can see your performance about this activity. So now, may I ask you, how was your experience with that activity? Did you enjoy? Okay, good. So, did you successfully complete the task? Very good. So, now, I'm gonna ask you a question. What is the main concept that you have learned from our lesson today? Yes, Kanyana. Okay, very good. So now, I want you to get one whole sheet of paper and answer the following. We'll give you this worksheet. This is where you are going to answer. This is dito na nakalagay ng mga questions. please get one and pass. Now, I'll give you 5 minutes to finish and answer. Make sure to show your solutions if there's need to show. So now, pass your papers in 3, 2, 1. So tomorrow, this is for your assignment. I want you to pass it tomorrow. So I want you to create 3 problems involving operations and radical expressions. Then afterwards, find a partner and let your partners answer your created questions. So write it on a clean sheet of paper band. Okay? So class, I'm gonna dismiss you now. Thank you for today and goodbye. See you tomorrow.